Hey everybody, Patrice here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my day-to-day activities working from home as a tech sales rep at HubSpot. I thought it would be a good idea for me to make a video where I talk about my day-to-day activities and the different tech sales jobs I've had coming from a person who broke into this field a little over a year ago with no experience. It might give people a better insight on what an actual job is like and some of the things that I actually do. Maybe it'll help manage expectations or give some kind of guidance on where you need to focus your studies, that kind of thing. So I thought it would be a really good idea. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my job experience and my day-to-day activities as a tech sales rep, also known as a business development representative or sales development rep, working from home at HubSpot. But the titles don't matter that much. I'll explain more later what I mean about titles not mattering as much as you probably think they do in just a moment. I've shared parts of what I do before, but never the full picture. If you saw my other videos about how I found out about tech sales through TikTok and went from being unemployed for 16 months and landing my first tech sales job and making over $75K working from home with no experience, you know just how much this career changed my life. Now, I just want to pay it forward to help other people learn about tech sales and land their first job. Before I get into the job too much, when I applied for my first BDR role, I thought I'd just be making cold calls all day and sending emails. But when I actually started working, it became clear that tech sales is really about relationship building, problem solving, and understanding complex business needs. Yes, there's prospecting and doing the outreach, but there's also strategic thinking, research, and having great conversations trying to help people improve their business. So just keep that in mind. Maybe when you apply to jobs in the future, this is why I always say, don't trust the job description. Don't trust your title and all that, because a lot of the time employers don't even know what to put in the job description. They just write something in there, but you might end up doing something totally different, which you'll understand as I explain this job. I just wanted to throw that out there. Before I get into the day-to-day, I'll kind of explain what this job ended up being. My favorite part about the entry-level job in tech sales as a sales development rep is that you don't actually need to sell anything. All you need to do is set appointments. I had the goal of getting 15 qualified meetings per month, and honestly, once I figured out the system, it became pretty manageable. All I had to do was talk with business owners who might benefit from our product, and I'd learn more about their problems and help them see if our software would be a good fit for them. It was so fun just helping people improve their business and seeing their eyes light up when they realized how much time our tools could save them. After I talked with someone to make sure they would benefit from our software, and it seemed like a good fit for our business, I would set up a meeting with them and have a more senior salesperson who would run the meeting and be in charge of closing them. My job would be finished at that point. It makes this first tech sales job pretty simple and much less stressful than a full sales rep role. An example of my job would be me calling someone who filled out a form wanting to learn more about our email marketing product to see if it would be a better fit than what they're currently using. These people are already wanting to talk with the salesperson, so it's really easy for me to talk with them and just ask questions about what they're looking to do and why they want to change email product. I help answer their questions and figure out where they would benefit the most. If they're interested in learning more after that first conversation with me, then I schedule the meeting between the more senior salesperson called an account executive, and that becomes one of my qualified meetings for the month. The best thing about this role is that all sales flow through you, so even though your job is pretty fun and simple, it's one of the most important jobs in the company because without you, the company doesn't make money. This makes other people respect your work much more than other entry-level roles. Like when I was a supply chain manager before this, which was honestly so boring and stressful, nobody really valued my work. But in tech sales, everyone knows exactly how valuable you are because you're directly bringing in the money. My day usually has a handful of repeating things I do along with tasks that change depending on what's needed. For example, if our product has a change or a new feature is released, then we need to spend time learning about that feature and go through the process of figuring out competitors for the feature, why people will want it, who benefits from it, and the questions to ask the prospect to see if it could help them. The biggest challenge in the job is just staying consistent. You need to manage your time to be able to get in your daily calls, emails, and have your updated product list ready to go. An example would be every day I need to block off my calendar to make sure I hit 20 calls and 30 emails before lunch. That's a must. There may be other things that come up like meetings with prospects or trainings, but I make it a point to always get those in before lunch. Sometimes to answer a person's question, I might not have the answer, so I'll need to talk with the product expert in our company and get back to them later with the information they're looking for. Sometimes after I set up a meeting with someone, they don't show up, then it's up to me to get in touch with them and reschedule the meeting. I usually work with just my BDR manager and account executive. Once I learned the process and product, my job became pretty easy to be good at. I actually did 170% of what I was expected to do in that first job, which honestly felt amazing. Coming from being unemployed for 16 months and feeling like I wasn't good at anything. It feels great to exceed people's expectations. And one of the best parts of this job is you get extra money from each meeting you set. So that feels amazing itself. Like every qualified meeting I set above my quota meant more commission, and that really motivated me to keep pushing. My day-to-day was a lot of different steps. First step was to respond to emails from the past day, then organize my list of prospects to reach out to. I then made it my point to always get those calls and emails in before lunch. If you stayed focused, then you could be done with all of your morning work in just a few hours. After lunch, I'd usually have some meetings to do, which I enjoyed the most. These were either prospects I was qualifying or internal team meetings. I'd then learn more about the product and take a break before I tried to do my last power hour of calling to see if I could get meetings with anyone else before my day was over. The flexibility has been incredible too. I generally work 9 to 5-ish, but my work hours are flexible. I can take time off whenever I need or I want to, and I have unlimited PTO. Coming from a micromanaging boss in my supply chain job where I had to ask permission for everything, this freedom has been life-changing. The work from home aspect is probably my favorite part. I love being able to work from home every day. I have more free time to get things done because I don't have to worry about commuting. My company also shuts down for 1 week every summer. It's truly amazing. Overall, this job has been pretty fun. I've gotten to learn quite a bit about business in general. I get to collaborate with a lot of people all over the world in other countries. It's really interesting, and helping have an impact in your business is just rewarding. I know this video wasn't a glamorous day in the life of a tech sales rep where I'm drinking coffee and all that crap, but I hope it's been useful. Honestly, if you told me 2 years ago when I was unemployed, anxious about my future, and hating my boring supply chain job that I'd be working from home in tech sales, I would have never believed you. But here we are, and I couldn't be happier. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear more or less, or if I talk too long. Just give me some feedback. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching so far. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.